music and promotion.
Yeah, the last two? Yeah. Woo! Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you, man.
That's cool.
Thank you, man.
That's cool.
Let me see if we can find some more quiet. Damn, what are we doing in this one?
This is a TV show. It's a local show, right?
Oh, yeah?
We have a pretty good viewership.
Okay.
Anyway,
Look, I look
and I
okay,
really
do I look-
hate my station ID, so if I have to do it a few times.
How do I look? I look okay?
You look fabulous.
I gotta sing.
Closer to him? I don't know.
Yeah, get
Can we
close.
stand in
You
here?
get close to me, baby. Come on. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. Are we rolling?
Yes, we're rolling.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to New York, New Rock. We're really excited this evening because we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Ivy Neville, who just performed here at SOB's this evening. And we are here, down here in the beautiful kitchen of SOB's
Yeah.
amongst the potatoes, onions, and the meat cutter.
Yeah, this is nice.
Ivan, nice to meet you. I'm Ivy. That
Nice.
should
Yeah,
be easy,
our names
right?
are, yeah, it's really nice.
Great show, man. I
Thank you
really
very
enjoyed
much.
it. It was
Thank you.
excellent.
I love fun.
You're a great player, man.
Thank you.
I mean, really blew me away.
Thank you.
I'll never play the piano again.
Oh, I don't know about that. Don't.
This is Ivan's new album, new CD. It's called Thanks, and it's on Iguana Records, and it was just released not too long ago.
Yeah.
And you're out promoting it now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Thanks. You want to elaborate on the name a little bit for us?
I guess because I'm grateful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's about gratitude, I guess, because I'm just thankful, first of all, for being alive. You know, and you know,
Did you have a near?
No, I didn't have a near-death experience.
Or-
No, I was kind of killed. I was kind of committing suicide in the installment plan for a while
Oh,
there.
the slow death.
Yeah, I
routine.
kind of, in a sense, you know, did a lot of partying and all that kind of stuff, you know.
You find a lot of that in this industry.
Yeah,
it's
I
kind
know.
of hard to avoid.
Yeah, I kind of grew up like that, but I kind of, that's, you know, day by day, that's behind me, you know.
And now you're just living day by day.
Yeah, you know, yeah, and I'm, you know, it feels good.
That's cool, man. It's really
Tonight was my
talented.
first time playing, like, really. You know, I mean, I usually drink and stuff like that. You know,
It's hard to get up on stage.
I'm nervous, you know, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good kind of nervous. It was good.
You loosened up though. You were
Yeah, it
amazing,
was
and
fun.
the talent comes through. You know
Yeah.
that gift just comes through, and it's better not to have that other stuff in the way. So that's a good thing. That's a good message to our viewers.
Yeah,
we kind of
because-
have
because-
a young audience, so
Yeah, and
you might
I'm not really that religious or nothing like that, but I do believe in God, right? I mean, everybody has something they believe in. I believe in God, and I feel like before we played tonight, I said, you know, we said a little prayer, and I said, you know, just let us be up there.
Just
you know,
be.
just let us be there, and the music's gonna play itself, you know.
And it did.
You know, and that's
You're
what
really
happens.
gifted.
You know, thank you.
Beautiful voice. Well, we welcome you to New York. You're from New Orleans originally, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you spent any time in our beautiful,
I used to
wonderful city?
I used to live here.
You did?
I used to live on East 83rd, New York.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For how many years?
For about 2 years.
Did you like it?
I love New York.
You do?
I love this place. Yeah.
A lot of fun. This is big party
Yeah.
town.
Oh no, it's old.
I don't know if it's as big a
I
party
did
town as
some
New
trouble.
Orleans.
No, it's New Orleans is, you know, well, New York never closes either to a degree.
This
You
is
know what
true.
I'm saying? But New Orleans never closes.
New
Period.
Orleans, what a great place to grow
You know.
up, man. I mean, talking about music and musical
Right.
influences. You know, this probably gets boring, but what were
No,
some of your
never
influences
boring.
growing up?
Actually, growing up, my first musical influences, I think, were the Beatles and Larry Williams, the guy who made Boney Maroney and stuff. Remember the song "Slow Down" that the Beatles recorded? Slow down,
Yes.
baby, know you're moving way too.
Great
Well,
song.
Larry Williams wrote. He was a great rock and roll songwriter in like the late '50s and early '60s, and also Sly and the Family
Sly.
Stone was a big
Big influence.
yeah, and the Meters. The Meters,
The Meters?
yes.
I'm not familiar with them.
The
I'm
Meters
sorry
is
to
the
say.
band the Meters is the band that my dad, my uncle Art. That was his band. My uncle Art has a band called the Meters. They've been around
And
for
this
years.
was before the Neville brothers?
Yes.
Right. What was your first band? I read
First
in your
band I
bio.
ever had.
You started playing keyboards how old?
About 15. I played
15?
guitar when I was about 10. Just for a few months, and I stopped.
And it was your mom's piano.
I played on my mom's piano.
Are your mom's
absolutely.
a pianist?
She plays, yeah. She took
Did she
lessons when
teach
she was a
you?
kid.
Was she like your first teacher?
No. She never
No?
taught me nothing. No. My dad taught me a couple of songs, and James Booker.
You had some amazing teachers.
You ever heard of James Booker?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You just
And I
you
just
had
took
it
from
right
them.
there, man. Who needed school? You had them coming to visit. That's amazing. Let's see. So the special thanks is to just to being alive, to God. Look, he's reading my questions here.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
getting ahead of
getting
yourself.
nosy here.
But you won't understand
No,
this. It's all short.
I'm just looking at the paper.
Last
actually.
minute. I found
I'm
out
looking
about an
through
hour
I'm
ago
looking
that
through the paper. I'm looking at the shape of your
Oh.
thigh, right?
Oh,
That's what
now
I'm
the
looking
truth
at, actually.
comes out.
I can
don't
see
know. I went
through-
to the gym yesterday.
I can
Do you
see
think they're
through the
fierce
paper.
enough
They
or
look
what?
nice,
All
yeah.
right, they're not
Absolutely.
real long legs,
Yeah.
but they're strong.
they're legs.
I like to go to the gym. You like to work out?
No.
No, you can enough working out on
I
stage.
thought I gotta get rid of this too.
Yeah.
I've been eating a lot.
Well,
and living good, you know.
So on your album, I'm really way into lyrics. There's a lot of references to your mom, to your dad. Would you say some of the thanks is to them? You got a lot of stuff from them?
Absolutely, yes.
'Cause you
my
mentioned
mom
them.
and dad. I'm thinking my grandparents, the ones who are alive, the ones who are dead. You know, and a lot of people, you know, who taught me things here and down the road, you know.
Right. And there's, you went through a lot. You had another album before this album that you started to record.
It never came out. It was finished, but
Oh, it was finished.
it was
already.
finished, but the company and myself, we had some differences about what song should come out first. You know, the whole deal with that. I just want to make up some music. You know, what's going to be the single and all this jive.
Right.
You know, and we didn't. And then also the first record I did, If My Ancestors Could See Me Now, I always have a hard time saying If My Ancestors.
That's a long time.
Well,
So Bonnie Raitt was on that. Sang
she
with
was
you on that
yeah.
single as well.
No, she didn't sing on that
Wait,
single.
she didn't sing on the single?
No,
I'm
she sang on
sorry.
another song called "Falling Out of Love."
Oh.
Yes, which was in a movie. Some movie that was a pretty bad movie, but the song was in the movie. And that second record, everybody who was working at the company when I was there, when I first signed I was with Polydor or whatever. And when
Here in the States.
Well, yeah, it was in L.A. And when I did my second record, everybody had changed. I mean, all the people who were there when I did my first record were gone. And so it was like,
Were they all out on the road with different?
No, they were changed, went to different companies and stuff. It was one of those
I'm sorry,
periods.
the people at the label, right?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yes, that's
I'm
okay,
sorry.
that's okay.
I thought you meant the band.
Okay, I'm making you nervous then.
He's making me nervous. I'm getting all excited.
Oh my Lord!
Oh my God, I can't
This is
concentrate.
cool.
I get to interview the sexiest men in the business. I mean, this is quite a job here.
No.
Oh, please, yes. So, not to embarrass you or anything, but so then what? Okay, so this album was finished before Thanks.
Right,
That was
right.
supposed to be released instead of Thanks.
Right.
Yes?
No, well.
No?
Yeah, it was supposed to. Yeah, but Thanks came about like a few years after. Well, I actually used.
I got confused. I thought in the bio it said that you were working on another set of material and you decided that it wasn't warm enough, it wasn't
Right.
heartfelt enough.
Well, actually,
And you were going through all this stuff and you really needed to dredge stuff up from the guts.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
Unintentionally, that's what happened.
But that's when the stuff is most honest, when it's coming from your heart.
Yes. And it was kind of too tapered down. The second record, it was too. It was too neat and polite. And I'm not that neat. I'm a little polite sometimes.
So, I'm just curious, who's George Big Chief Jolly Landry?
That's
I'm
my
not really
great-
up on my blues people, so you have to excuse me.
That's my great uncle.
Is he really?
My dad and his brothers. That's it's my grandmother's brother on my
Incredible
dad's
musical
side.
family here.
He was like an old hip dude who played piano.
Cool blues song.
Yeah,
That was
and-
the last track. That's
Animal Antics. Oh,
Animal Antics.
I mean, I'm doing.
That's fierce.
This is no justice to the way he did that song. I mean, it's okay.
Should I move this? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah, well, come back later. Anyway.
Yeah, please.
We're on at 5 o'clock now. We're not on at 2 in the morning.
Okay.
We have to be clean.
All right. Okay.
I hate it. No.
Okay.
But do anyway. Let's see. What was your first band called? Now you went out. You saved
My
up your money
first
for your
band-
first Fender Rhodes.
Yep. I worked at an old folks' home. This place called Stanton Manor. I was the elevator operator and dishwasher.
Oh God, classic.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It smelled really bad in there, too.
I once went with a podiatrist to an old age home and helped him cut old people's
Oh,
toenails.
toenails.
It
Oh.
was really, but it paid the bills. You know?
Oh.
They loved me. I felt so bad when I left. They were like depressed, you know. Get
Yeah.
attached. I love old people, actually.
Yeah, they're gonna miss those toenails and shit. But
No, they didn't see my toenails. I was.
I want to. You probably have pretty feet too.
They need a pedicure, actually. They're okay. They're very small. So what was the name of your first band? I love to find
My
out about
first
people's
band was
past.
called Renegade.
Renegade.
Yeah.
And what kind of band was that? Was it
We
kind
just
of
did like
Sly
top
Stone-ish
40
or-
stuff.
Oh, you did top 40.
Funk stuff, you know. We had a couple of original tunes, you know, we did.
So how long have you been writing? Most of you, though? Adult?
Yeah, when I first started playing, I started writing songs basically when I first started.
Great songwriter.
Thank
I
you.
enjoyed the
Thank you
songs
very
a lot.
much.
Now let's see, on to the present. You have worked with some incredibly impressive artists, and you have a very impressive roster of guest artists on your
Mm-hmm.
CD. There's a whole list here, but maybe I'll let you tell me.
Well, again,
Tell our audience here.
Bonnie Raitt,
Oh.
who I used to play with Bonnie for a
I
few
absolutely
years.
love Bonnie Raitt. She's a
And
real
Bonnie, I
scorp
love
woman.
Bonnie. Bonnie's a great one. Bonnie took care of me for a long time. I mean, I stayed at Bonnie's house years ago.
I love that woman. I've been a fan since I'm like
And
a away
she,
kid.
you know, she just happened to be in the city, in the power station where we were recording.
Oh wow.
When I was doing my record, and she.
And you just met
I
each
said-
other that
I said,
way?
"Bye," you know. And I kind of, heard her voice on this song anyway. You know, I kind of pictured her singing on it,
soulful.
and it worked out. And then
Sounds beautiful.
Keith Richards.
How'd you hook up with Keith?
Well, I know Keith from 1981. The Neville Brothers opened up for the Stones, and I was playing with the Neville Brothers back then, and I met Keith and Ronnie and Mick and all those guys, and I ended up really close with Keith. I ended up playing bass on one
You're
song.
still playing with Keith.
Yeah, I played in this band, but I played bass on a song on one track on the Rolling Stones album called Dirty Work. Remember that record, Dirty
Yes, I
Work,
do.
with one with Harlem Shuffle and stuff on
Great
it.
album.
And
you played
yeah,
bass.
I played bass on one song on that album, and then when Keith started to put the expensive winos together,
Expensive
expensive
winos.
winos, yeah.
Is it expensive winos or expensive
It's
winos?
expensive, you know. It's like we're winos.
It's an excellent play on
I'm
words.
with expensive winos, but I don't drink anymore. So that's funny.
Oh, it'll be fun going on the road with them.
Yeah, oh my
trying to
lord,
stay,
that's gonna be
so-
that's gonna be a tough one.
Oh, man.
That's gonna be a tough one.
That's gonna be beyond tough.
That's gonna be a tough. But maybe by that time I'll be, I'll be pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Who else is on your album?
Well, Ronnie Wood came. He came over. I came over with Keith.
And which
played.
song did he play on?
Well, Keith played on Hell to Tell.
Played on a lot of
He
the
played on
tracks.
Getaway. He played on Let It Go. He played on, he and Ronnie both played on Padlock.
Padlocks. Very swampy, down and
Yeah,
dirty.
yeah.
Excellent track. So who's been sleeping in your bed? That's what I want to know. I'm really curious.
I'm not telling.
You must tell me, please.
No, actually, I didn't
I'm
write
thinking
that
it's
song.
a political thing.
I didn't write
it's
that
It's a music
song.
business thing. Somebody's
didn't
been
write-
fucking with me or fucking with my girl. I don't know.
Can you say that?
Can we say that? It's cable, yeah.
You can say that kind of shit?
Yeah, we can even take our clothes off.
I said shit. See, we can do
You
this.
didn't hear what I said. I said we can even
We
take our
can.
clothes off. But we're not going to do that because we have a young audience. We don't want to give them the wrong idea. We're
Oh,
supposed to
really?
be
Okay,
model
okay.
citizens, model musicians.
Don't be doing that.
Don't be
That's
teasing
not.
me.
Don't
Okay.
be doing that. Okay.
You started it by
You smell good too. Wait a minute.
Coco Chanel. You like it?
Wait, my hat's in the way.
So, would you like some onions? How about
No,
some
that's
nice potatoes?
no. I've been eating. I know.
This is a nice sweet
yeah.
potato.
I don't. Oh my lord. Get out of here.
You didn't know who you were dealing with here.
Jesus
This is not
Christ.
going to be a boring
There's
interview.
a
I
there's a
promise
variety
you.
of them there.
I'm like the Robin Bird of rock and roll.
There's a
here.
variety
There's
of them there.
a variety of nicely shaped yams back there.
Jesus
so if
Christ.
things get really rough, there's always the yams.
Okay.
Corey Glover's on your album.
Corey Glover, yeah.
Bonnie Raitt, Branford Marsalis. I
Yeah.
don't know. This is kind of a shabby
So
line.
not, yeah, it's a few,
I mean,
few
really,
of my
can't you
friends.
find some good musicians?
Few of my friends. That's all.
They're excellent. That's excellent. Now, Don't Cry Now is the single. Yes, no,
yeah,
and Bonnie sings on that. You're not gonna tell me what any of these songs are about, right? I'm way into lyrics, so I'm always trying to figure out
I was thinking
what the
about
lyrics are
something else.
about. Can you tell me what Don't Cry Now
I
is
was thinking
about?
about something else. I'm sorry.
How long have you been on the road? How long has it been since you've?
I don't know. I've been on the road that long. It's nothing to do with that. I'm embarrassed.
I'm way flattered.
Okay, now what up? Okay, get out of here.
No, don't cry now. What is that about? It's like a lot of. Do you want to tell me?
Actually, what it's about is
You don't have to.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. I can talk any kind of. See,
You can say whatever you want. It's cable.
I used to. I mean, every other word I say.
Only a million people are gonna hear this, so you want to be a little careful.
Okay, I'm not gonna curse. I'm trying to change. It's about change. I'm trying to change my life a little bit, and I'm not gonna curse no more. Nah. What happened? Don't Cry Now was about. I'll get that.
No.
Don't Cry Now was about I kind of screwed up. I screwed up bad. I was living in California when I wrote this. This is a long time ago. I wrote this song in it was about 80. It was like in the early 80s, 83, 84. So the song's like over like 11, 12 years old. And I screwed up. I was playing with a group called Rufus.
I've heard of them.
And I had just finished doing some stuff with them, and I had all this money and stuff, and I was staying in this nice place, and I was messing with a lot of drugs and stuff, and I had really screwed up bad, and I ended up like staying. I ended up all my clothes were in my trunk of this car. Actually, it was a rent-a-car I had I had a rent-a-car for a year.
Was it styling?
It wasn't even that bad. It was like a Nissan Sentra or something, you know. But it was a car. But I didn't even. Matter of fact, when I went to return the car, they said they were thinking I was gonna have a check, you know. And I didn't know they were gonna expect me to pay for this, right? No, I mean somebody else was supposed to pay, but they didn't know. So I ended up, man, it was like really bad. I ended up like walking, catching the bus. I'm in Hollywood. I mean, I was like in the big time. Had met all these people and knew everybody, and then I was like, they just messed up. And I had a little studio, a little place where I played, and I wrote that song.
And Don't Cry Now was written to someone or to yourself?
It was written to myself because I had fucked up.
All right.
Bad.
So dry your tears, be a man.
Absolutely.
Be strong.
No, you can't
take
blame
the
nobody
route.
else for your shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a theme that runs. There's a couple themes that run through your lyrics about being strong, not being influenced by others' opinions. That is a strong message. It does come from your life. I was going to ask you, does that come from your life?
Yeah,
and obviously it
does.
does. It seems to be the theme running through the lyrics on the album. Is there any kind of message you want to give? We have a lot of young viewers, a lot of up and coming musicians.
The only message that I would really feel, you know, like I could maybe give someone is this is from my experiences. Is like, you know how sometimes you don't. A lot of people, like, you know, you look for faults in other people. You know, a lot of people do that a lot of times, you know, in life, you know, and
coming from their own insecurities,
you know, and then what happens is we got a world of people just all really lying to one another and lying to themselves, and that nothing good's getting done. So what I think is like the whole, I mean, if we can just learn to like ourselves sometimes, you know, count our blessings, you know, I mean, no matter how little we have or whatever, I mean, I think,
not here that long.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not, I mean, I think it's like if we're not worried about, you know, what we don't have, and just take care of what we do have, you know?
It's a very consumer-driven society. Everybody wants more, whether it be relationships or things, or it's just such a consumer society, and that definitely affects us.
You know, and like sometimes, like,
and it's hard for it not to if somebody has something you don't.
Yes, and but it's like you just gotta like. I think if we can learn to like ourselves a little bit, then maybe we might learn to love ourselves, and then maybe we would really be able to love someone else. Because how can you love someone else if you don't love yourself?
Right, if you're abusing yourself.
And I think a lot of people don't love themselves.
We don't learn to love ourselves because we probably don't see our parents and people that are older than us loving themselves. We see them abusing them, they're self-abusing us.
Exactly.
And then the cycle just
goes on and on. And I think if you just like yourself sometimes, eventually you like yourself a little bit more, and then you learn to love yourself, you know?
Do you see a more spiritual trend happening a little bit? People being a little bit more concerned with the essence of life rather than
I think people are trying. I mean, I think I see some effort. I think. I mean, I like with the you know, how people go back like Generation X, right? You know, I don't. Somebody put a label on it. It's just kids.
It's people in their 20s or whatever.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and then because it's like, and it seems like to me like we're not being creative a lot. You know, we're going back to old stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're picking up trends that we used to be.
This is
which is
very
nice.
true.
Which is
Everything
nice.
is recycled, right?
I mean, I thought if you
Fashion's
rebel,
recycled.
you're gonna create something new and different and do it. You know, we go back to old stuff. You know, we're not being creative. I mean, nothing against anyone, but I think we could be a little bit more creative than that.
Do you think that comes from fear, from people being afraid of making mistakes, or watching too much TV, and not reading enough?
I think it's safe. It's safe in a way.
Right.
I mean, I think it's rebelling in a safe way. You know?
Yeah.
Spit
Let's
first.
save a lot of people some problems. Hopefully, coming from people musicians they respect.
I got cotton mouth. Okay. Yeah.
Do you need some water or something?
No, did I have some? That's okay. I'm winging it.
Okay.
So, you want to elaborate a little bit on what we were just talking about before we changed our batteries?
What were we talking about? I forget.
Well, the message, stuff you've been through, stuff you might want to pass on. If you don't mind, I mean.
About drugs and stuff of that nature or whatever. What I found that, I mean, I can remember I had fun and stuff a long time ago, you know, but what I found out that is that eventually it all just goes to shit. I mean, it's a no-win thing. It's a no-win situation. I mean, it's like when you're doing drugs and stuff like that, what you're actually doing is you're hiding from your true self, because you're not your true self on that shit. It doesn't make you a better person. It just maybe makes you more of something that you actually are not. It intensifies some fantasy you have or some other bullshit that you may think you should be, and then in all reality you end up, you know, it makes your reality, it makes your reality, your existence a living hell, and then you want to medicate and cover that up. When you do come down or whatever, you feel so bad you gotta do it again, and then you don't want to think about the things that you've screwed up in your life because of this. So you just continue this cycle. That's why I call it suicide, the installment plan or something like that. You know, I mean that's, you know, I mean it's only my opinion. It's, you know, I'm not one to preach or nothing.
And also for up-and-coming musicians,
yeah,
it's such a hard field.
I wouldn't listen to nobody when they're telling me this, don't just say no bullshit, you know. I was saying, yeah, just say no, yeah, it's more for me. You know, that's what I would say, you know. But yeah, I was just say yo, you know, but you know, but that's, I mean, really, it's like it doesn't, it's so cool. I mean, take it from me. You know, I know I've been, you know, fucked up and blah 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 and all, and felt great, felt like shit, blah 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 and all. And actually, when I finally start feeling like myself, who I haven't felt like myself for years. I have no idea who I am. Due to doing drugs for years and years and years. Now I'm finally knowing who I am. I'm finally getting to know this person who is a cool person, a nice guy. I'm still crazy. I still have fun.
I can attest to that.
I'm still a fun kind of guy. I just don't get high. Because this is a high, just being natural. I mean, it might be stuff you got to face, where you got to eventually.
It's painful sometimes.
You got to eventually face that stuff anyway. And if you try to face stuff on a daily basis, you won't have that. It won't build up, and you won't really need that. Have that desperate need to medicate and cover up who you really are.
It's a lot of social pressure on people, especially in the music industry.
I know. It's hard.
Everything evolves around partying, weekends. You know.
It gives you something to think about. That's all. You know, I'm going to tell nobody what to do. Because nobody couldn't tell me shit, you know.
But coming from someone like you, I think
people
can respect you. You're an
you know how old
musician.
I am? You know how old I am? Take a guess.
Tell me you're 19. I'll get really excited.
No. Take a guess. No, take a guess.
I don't know.
Take a guess.
How old do you
Take a
think
guess.
I am?
You're younger than me.
I mean, I'll be. You
I
never
bet
know.
you are. You're younger than I am.
I'm not going to tell my age on TV. You can if you want to.
Okay, were you born in the
right.
60s?
All right. No, I'm not going to give anything away.
Just say it. You could be 1969.
No.
Could be 69.
I'm not.
Were you born in the 60s?
Wait, you asked me to ask you how old I thought you were.
Okay.
Let's stay on that.
Okay, how old do you think?
Just
Just guess.
I would say you're in your early 30s.
You're close. All right, I'm 35.
All right. Well, you look damn good.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to know.
Definitely.
You know what? I wasn't looking like. I was looking pretty rough there for a time.
Yeah, that's another advantage to not partying.
Absolutely.
You look
absolutely.
better. Not as bloated, you know.
Well, I'm bloated. Why you want to say that?
In the face.
Yeah. All right.
Ivan, I want to know, you currently, who are you working with? Are you still working with Keith Richards?
Well, Keith's out with the Stones. I did sing background vocals, and I played on Voodoo Lounge. Yes.
Right, you played and sang.
Yeah, I played with them.
On the album.
I get to play with the Stones, you know. It's kind of cool. The Stones, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of cool, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's my buddies.
Cool.
That's my buddies.
Cool.
I'm fortunate, you know.
Wait a minute. We just went through this because the Neville brothers opened up.
I met
for
Keith
them,
and him back then in '81.
And that was
yeah.
'81. Cool. Who's been sleeping in your bed? You didn't tell me that. Or did you? I like that question.
I'm not telling you that.
I like that question. Oops. Sorry.
Why do you want to ask me that?
Anyway, as you know, you got to keep this light.
Okay.
We can do the heavy shit. We can do the light stuff. Excuse me.
I'm not telling that.
Right now, I just want to show our viewers your CD again. It's an amazing, wonderful, absolutely wonderful CD. So you must go and pick this up on Iguana Records. You can get it, Tower, HMV, everywhere. Go get it now. You're currently just promoting your own stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's good. Because I would think with all the people you've worked with and you've toured with, if you were continuing that, it'd be really hard to focus on.
Yeah, we'll probably. I mean, the expensive winos will probably get together somewhere down the road.
How often do they get together?
Well, Keith's been on the road with the Stones for ages, and I'm sure after their tour is over, he's gonna take a year off or something. Maybe he might not take a year off. I don't know, because I'm sure he's gonna want to play. I know he sits around and gets maybe a couple of months might pass, but he's gonna want to play. You know.
At some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Any coming up dates, tours, anything that you want to tell us?
Well, I don't know. I'm playing in D.C. soon. I'm playing in Philly soon. I'm playing in Boston soon.
So you're constantly on the road, or you chill? Where's home base now for
New Orleans. I went back home to New Orleans.
I gotta come visit. I've never been down there.
There's gonna be jazz festival's gonna be next week. No, the
Are you
last.
playing?
Yeah, last week in April, first week of May.
That's great.
That's gonna be a great thing.
We're gonna have to come down and visit you there.
Okay.
Well, I kept it brief because I know you've just done a show, and
thank you very much.
Is there anything else you might want to share with us?
Isn't she cute?
We look forward to seeing you again. When are you going to be in New York again?
I'm not sure. Probably As a matter of fact, I'm going to be playing here with the Neville brothers. I'm opening for the Neville brothers at Irving Plaza. Sometime I think it may be sometime in late May or something like that.
What's it like coming from a famous musician family? I wasn't going to ask you anything about your dad or anything.
It's fine. No, my dad is so cool.
On you, Ivan.
My dad, that's Aaron. He's cool. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, he's my buddy. I mean, we grew up together. He was like 18 years old when I was born. We kind of grew up together, you know.
Great.
And now we've gotten really close now, you know, and he inspired me a lot because he wasn't always an angel. I mean, he looks like, you know, he's a big guy. And you may be able to see some traces of like a rough kind of guy. He used to be a kind of hardcore dude back in the days, and now he turned his life around. And see what happened to him? You never heard of him for years, you know? Because he was in that zone, and he was in that bad zone, and then he turned his life around, bam. Same with Bonnie Raitt. She was a cult favorite for a long time, you know. Bonnie wasn't in.
She's one of my
she was
idols.
always she was always.
I'd probably get down and kiss her.
She was always respected by musicians a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? As this woman who can play guitar down and dirty blues, broad with balls, bigger balls than the average guy. You know what I'm saying? But she was, you know, she straightened her life out, and she's in the mainstream. She's winning Grammys, awards, and all this stuff. That's what happens when you straighten your life out. It happens for you, you know. Good stuff happens for you. It starts happening, and if you have talent, it's just wasted if you're like medicating yourself like that. You know?
Ivan, you're an amazing singer. I'm just really impressed. Did you train?
Thank you very much. No, I never trained that. No, I'm smoking
What
Cools.
about? And you smoke too?
I do promote Cools.
I hate people like this.
I don't promote. No,
I mean
that's bad, Albert. That's why I ain't quit smoking yet, though. That's
okay. One thing at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
she missed it.
You gotta do it again.
She missed it. I don't know. I'm gonna try.
Come on.
See, now stage fright. All right. So talented. Really. What else can you do? What other tricks? What other tricks can you do?
You have no idea.
I'm so bad.
I could show you things, going.
Make your head spin. Yes, I'd be singing some high notes.
Oh,
I'm going to wrap things up here.
Okay.
I want to thank you so much for joining us.
thank you. My pleasure, Dawn.
And really a pleasure, and we hope to see you
My
again
pleasure,
sometime.
sweetheart.
Okay.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching New York, New Rock. We're here with Ivan Neville, and we hope you'll tune in again next week. Peace and love. Take care.
New York, New Rock, live music and promotion.